Okay. Okay, well, it is 8 o'clock, so I will call the meeting to order. If we could stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, anyone for public comment this morning? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda and the previous meeting minutes from July 29th.
A second.
Okay,
I guess you didn't call.
Kyle had his hand up and then Howard had his hand up. Alright, motion by Stecker, second by Haas. Any discussion on the agenda or the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Discussion decision to review and approve the claims. This would include the drainage claims. Okay, we got a motion by Stecker. Need a second to those?
I'll second.
Second by Wactor. On approving the claims. Any questions, discussion on the claims? Hearing none, all in favor of approving, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Should I have said abstain?
Oh yeah, one abstention,
Yeah.
sorry.
I didn't know where I was
Yep,
supposed to say.
Amber, the abstention, yep. Okay, next we can acknowledge our budget status report. Thank you, Tammy. Any questions on that?
Not there yet.
Okay, well, yep. We'll let the record reflect that we've acknowledged that report. And then is Mark?
I don't see
Oh,
him.
Mark is not here yet, okay. We will come back to that then.
Okay.
When he comes. Discussion decision to approve Kossuth County EMS training financial assistance agreement. Good morning, Phil, and
Morning.
come on up and share whatever you need.
As we talked in the past about building the EMS from within, I do have one employee that wants to go to paramedic school. It starts here in August, later this month. It's a 1-year program, so she'll graduate next July as a paramedic. The cost of the class is $8,000. And I'm proposing that we pay that with the understanding that she signs the financial assistance agreement that we have in place, which has a 3-year time period in it. That she leaves employment within that 3 years are prorated back, and she pays back the amount of those months.
Yep.
And it can be paid by another employer as well, as long as it's paid back to us. She's very well qualified, and I have no doubts that she'll complete the course.
This is what we talked about at that last meeting.
Yeah.
When we, yeah. Mhm.
It's been planned for quite some time. We're finally to that point where we're there. That's all I got.
Very good.
Any questions?
I move to approve it.
Okay, there's a motion by,
Yeah.
yep, thanks, Phil. Motion by Stecker to approve the agreement, and we have, is a second by Garmin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, second by Garmin. Any discussion on the agreement? Hearing none, all in favor of approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we are up to then discussion, decision, pay period and payroll changes. Tammy,
Okay,
you
so,
wanna share?
yeah, how this came about, well, this has been in the works for a really long time. You know, this has been tried to be fixed since probably before I was working for the county, but how it came to a head was this year when Elizabeth was here with the auditing firm, she asked to run a report that we can't provide, because our timesheets and our pay periods do not match. Other counties have been in the same situation, many of them have fixed it, we have not, so she let us know that this had to be fixed. And so department heads and I have been meeting over the last couple months, trying to come up with a solution on how to fix the prepay. What I put in your packet was a copy of the calendars that explain what happens. Luke put those together for us. The proposed information that's in your folders shows a change in February, where in February they would receive a paycheck for the 1st through the 14th. And then that will fix the prepay. We, in this process of going through this, just recently we learned that we have 3 people that in fact have not been prepaid, and we're still going through all employees, but right now 3 employees that have not been prepaid, so that will not affect those 3 people, but everybody else that's prepaid, excluding elected officials, because technically they're not employees, they don't follow the same schedule, so everybody else who is currently prepaid will follow the calendar in February of 1st through 15th paycheck. We, as department heads, had a lot of discussion on how to fix this, whether we change it to keeping the pay period at once a month or changing it to twice or every 2 weeks. We decided as a group to leave it at once a month paid on the 20th. That's a decision we came to as a group. I was hoping more department heads would be here, maybe some will still come, but that's where we are right now. So, I know Amber and I talked a little bit last night. She had some concerns, and I did send an email to the attorney, but I have not heard anything yet about employees' salaries being approved July 1st and making this change in February. They wouldn't be getting that full salary that was approved in July. She would feel more comfortable if it happened in July. And also, she has some more checking that she would like to do before she feels comfortable moving forward with this. And I am okay with that. So it's up to you as a board, but I am okay with more checking that she has to do, and if anybody else as a board needs to do some more checking, I'm fine with that. I would like to have the conversation about February and July with department heads for them to express their concern too.
Yeah, can I just tell a
Absolutely.
little bit about what I found out?
Sure.
So I was, background, just because of being the auditor, this conversation has happened for many, many years.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
kinda knew this had happened, but, so when it said that, you know, when I read through and it said that it was required, I wanted to make sure that I just touched base with our auditing firm just to, you know, get her thoughts again. And, you know, she did say it's not really required, it's recommended. Of course, it's not best practice. She also, you know, thinks that, and we all think that we should have consistency with payroll, and obviously we've always had pushback with that. the easiest and the less hurtful way would be that if we did bi-weekly and everybody's on the same pay schedule. She says that, you know, that's the best internal control, and that's always what has been said. The problem with starting in the middle, like in February, is because of their wages, and for salaried people, you know, their calendar year wages will change. It will be less than, and for some people that affects them because, well, they're looking at IPERS and maybe retirement. If you started at a fiscal year, because that's how our salaries run, that is a much cleaner way to do it. Also, the other thing, and I did call it another county too, that has gone through this, and the one common thing is they worked with Mike Galloway. I can't think of the attorney, the firm, but Allers and Cooney, and they've worked with other counties that had the same problem, but of course, those counties did go to bi-weekly, so that they were all on the same pay schedule. I'm not saying that right now, but I'm just telling you what I found out, and, they can step it in a way that will make it less of a hardship for employees. I know we're past July, but we're right past July, so if that could be investigated maybe with him, maybe there's a way to, you know, make it happen in July of next year. And maybe there's a way to step it out, and he handles all the, or they would handle communication to employees, things like that. So I just think that's something to check into. I wanted to do this, more investigating because I had some employees call me and they told me this can be a very big hardship for them. I mean, in fact, like to get half of a paycheck and then have to go another month for a whole paycheck is gonna be a huge hardship. The reason why we stopped the process every single time was because of the hardship of the employees. So I'd like to see us make sure we go through all the steps to make sure we're trying to make that transition easier for them. So that's why I kind of maybe like us not to make a decision today, but that will be up to everyone, I guess.
Yeah, no, I was had some discussion too, and yeah, understand where all that's at. Any other thoughts from the board as far as whether to take action or postpone to a later time today?
She's arguing both, I'm not disputing, but she said, you know, he wants to get it done fast and we're gonna do it, but let's delay it. I don't have any problem delaying, I don't see, as long as everybody knows it's potentially coming.
Well, I think it's important to make sure that we know we're doing things the right way, or the way, and especially with working with our payroll attorney, and that's always best practice.
Well, and it'll keep it, if we start it like with the fiscal year, then it won't mess with people's calendar year wages. You know, and especially for those that are,
Mhm.
you know, possibly retiring, you know, that's a big deal. Plus, that's how our wages run. I mean, we run fiscal year. And the other county that I talked to did say, yeah, the suggestion was to start at the fiscal year. And that's why they did that as well. But they, I think, worked a little bit with, well, the auditing firm, and they also have Gardner Thompson and Mike. Yeah,
Cause you spoke with another county who'd gone through this very same transition,
yes,
right?
yes, and yeah.
And they made the change at the beginning of the fiscal year.
Yeah, and that county actually has a new auditor, and their past auditor who actually went through it is now a supervisor, so I called her, and I didn't talk to her until later last night, it ended up being, but yeah, she said that it went a little bit smoother, and, you know, because they already were bi-weekly but paying ahead, so theirs was a little different. She said there was really, the employees didn't notice a big difference in that. Because there was like a week, only
Mhm.
like a week
Right,
that
right.
they didn't get paid for then, and then they started up the new schedule, but I know we're a little bit different, but, I think we should explore some of that, I guess.
Didn't somebody say sometime that they didn't wanna go bi-weekly, whose opinion was that?
That happened in department head meetings, so there was more than one.
Alright,
I understand there's preferences from
Yeah,
each department head on what they prefer, but yeah.
right, and I'm not going through all this to say that's what I'm pushing for necessarily, but I think that we absolutely need to start it on a fiscal year, not in the middle of the year. And that's actually the suggestion that I got yesterday from Elizabeth. And it's not really, she doesn't really give advice, she just tells you
Recommendations.
recommendations. And it's a recommendation, it's not required, and, the goal is bi-weekly. She doesn't, I mean, that should be the ultimate goal of Kossuth County because it puts everybody on the same pay scale, and that gives more internal control throughout, more consistency. And you know, we've been down that road. We've had the conversation, so I get it, it's not easy.
The problem with that is not everybody will be on that schedule because not everybody's prepaid currently. So it's not gonna fix everything, like jail staff is not prepaid, EMS staff is not prepaid.
Oh, I'm not,
So,
I don't know all those details.
yeah, so it's not gonna make everybody the same, we're still gonna have different pay periods.
Well, if you would go
Why can't you adjust
bi-weekly,
everybody to the same pay period?
Well, jail staff and EMS are on different schedules. Jail staff works 12-hour shifts, 7 days on, 7 days off, so they get paid for 28 days.
yeah, but
You
they're
could.
still paid
Yeah.
every 2
Okay.
weeks, they're on 28-day cycles.
right, and I think that's what the main reason was before, because, you know, jailers were kinda already that way. And so it was like kinda try and follow their pay schedule without, I'm just telling you from when I was the auditor and we were having the discussions. I know that's not the discussions now, but that's why the bi-weekly is like, oh, that would be so much easier because everybody's on that same pay schedule. And right now it is confusing, it's different for benefits, it's different for everything. If everybody was on the same, I think it's more streamlined for the office that does the payroll, but that's in my mind, you know.
So if you're talking every 2 weeks, are you gonna have 26 pay, if you were talking, would you have 26 pay periods?
It would be less of a blow to the employees if you went from that to bi-weekly, because then, you know, however you transition it out, they get that last monthly paycheck and then you transition it, they're still gonna get a paycheck roughly in 2 weeks or 3 weeks versus a whole month having to have only a half of a paycheck, so.
At the end of the day, you're still gonna have a transition period.
Absolutely.
And that wouldn't change, timing of it probably does make more sense at the fiscal year, but,
Yeah, it's a transition no
yeah.
matter what happens.
yeah, no matter which direction you go, whether it's to another month schedule with different dates or 2 weeks or whatever, you're still gonna have a transition,
Yeah.
there's no avoiding that.
No avoiding it, you're right.
I think that making it clear also to the employee as to the dollar amount that we were prepaid would make things a lot more sense. Because example, when I started, I was making $18 an hour, now I'm roughly at $36 an hour, so does the county think that they need to take half my wages at $36 an hour when I started, when technically, which I was one of the employees that was not prepaid, but, so is it right to take the money at double the rate now when knowing that when the county was prepaid at 18? It's kind of equivalent to, you buy a shirt at Baumgart's for $10, for on sale 50% off, and then the next week it's not on sale, then you wanna return it for $25. Well, you just get what you paid for. And essentially, if we were prepaid, like, that's just my simple
Yeah.
brain logic
We
of,
can't go back, we
That-
can't
well,
go back, it has to be on the
There,
permit.
there'd be some truth to that, but that would have rolled over each year, so in reality, I don't think you can go back to when you started for a wage versus today, because you would have been prepaid each year through the years, so that would have rolled with the calendar. It wouldn't have just jumped from start to finish, it would have rolled
And
as
you
it went.
didn't lose any pay, you know, nothing was lost, it's
Well, I
tough
was
now.
never prepaid.
You weren't, and I know that's been, you know, Tammy just said that's been discovered, I didn't know it was you, but,
It won't affect you.
it won't affect
Yeah,
you
so-
then.
Yeah.
The prepay won't affect you,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna affect others, but.
But I think that's the hang up with a lot of us, is I think that that's kind of, at least I know for the deputies wise, is that's our perception of it, okay, is if we started at this pay, and and the county was knowingly prepaying us half a month, okay? Then why should it be half of what?
I guess I don't understand where
We
you're going with it, because you were paid for every hour that you worked. So it's not that no, it wouldn't work that way, it would be based on your current wages.
Okay.
You can't go backwards, and you were paid.
Do you know if any of us signed anything that stated we were under the understanding that we were being
Yes.
paid?
Yes, everybody did, every employee did.
Do you have copies of all that?
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah, when we first went through this, trying to get things changed, we felt a lot of push, so then we're like, well, then people need to sign this and be aware, and we met with people, and we met with employees, and they were aware of it. And they either signed, or it was noted they refused to sign, but everything was explained, and then going forward, if you started, I believe the people still signed that
Yes,
form,
Donna has-
acknowledging that,
Donna has you
So-
sign it when you start.
so yeah.
Okay.
And we went back, I'm sorry,
Oh, my.
we went back, and I mean, this started like in the 70s. So I mean, it was a long time ago, folks, it started a long time ago. We went back down in the vault, and we dug and dug and dug, because we had to figure out a couple of employees that were retiring, and it happened a long time ago. Long time ago,
Yeah, I know we've had multiple conversations since
Yeah.
I've been on the board, so
multiple, yeah.
it's been talked about several times, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't have a loss of pay of new wages versus old, because you would have been paid ahead, and those wages, as you got raises through the years, would have carried into your paychecks as they came, so you wouldn't have anything. It's not like you would have been missing half your wages from way back when, because you were paid in advance, not paid behind, so. Yeah,
Well, the longer you wait to fix the problem, like even doing what you said there, July 1st, we get a pay raise on July 1st, that's gonna hurt us more than say if we snapshotted it in February. That's what we're kinda getting at, like, so you can't make the argument, well, that's not gonna affect you, you're getting paid. It costs me more if it also waits till July 1st, because if you look at my wages go up, and then you take the half of the paycheck versus like in February when my wages are lower, that is a significant difference to an employee.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I guess my suggestion is if you work with the attorney that's done this for other counties, that can be stepped out versus
Right, I understand.
all at one time. I guess I was looking for something that was less of a blow to people, because I had quite a few employees call me and said, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I was looking for solutions.
No, I
to try-
appreciate the step.
Yeah,
The stepping it out definitely would benefit people not to have a blow in 1 month.
yeah,
I just think, as I said, if the longer we wait, our wages go up. And
Mhm.
so if you say like, hey, we'll wait until 2 years, my wages are significantly higher, it costs me more, is what I'm getting at, so.
yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but
I don't, it isn't costing you anything.
no,
We're paying you for every hour you work at the wage you're making. I do not understand that at all, I apologize, but
Well,
I'm
if you took my half and say you fixed the problem this
not
month.
taking anything.
No, I'm just saying you're not paying the half a month of wages, or
In
because you're
advance.
catching it up. It costs me less if you do it today versus July 1st when my wages go up to, well, I can't remember right now, but it's $38 an hour. And then you were to do it then, the pay that would be withheld would
The
be
difference.
more.
the difference,
yes.
if it was done all at once,
Let's talk about something serious here.
yeah,
if it was done all at once.
I apologize, but let's talk about something that matters. Let's not spin our tires on somebody making $2 an hour more after July 1st, that's my opinion.
Okay, then my opinion is that, whatever.
Well,
I'll listen,
No, you don't want to, that's fine.
I don't want to,
I think I'll speak up as a department head, I like what Tammy said earlier, I think we need to go back as department heads and talk this further. Now that we have the information about possibly waiting till a fiscal year, because there are ways to phase it in, but I don't think it's gonna do any good to discuss it in an open meeting where we're not all on the same page of understanding it.
Yeah,
But I do think it needs to come back to department heads for further discussion. If one or two board members wanna be part of that, that'd be great.
yeah, I think we'll make a phone call to Ayers and Cooney, and we have sent Ann the stuff that we have been doing, so she has been part of that conversation, not a big part. But I think, we need to get a hold of them and start talking about it in department head.
Yeah, and I do think it's important if, you know, we make the decision, I think we should be part of the discussion. It's hard if you don't know the discussions that went on, and then all of a sudden, okay, here we go, we gotta make this decision. You know, that's hard, and I feel like you can say, oh, well, a couple board members can come, well, we all five have to make the decision. So, that's, to me, that's not fair, but.
I think that should be one that we should all be at, that's, yeah.
Yep.
I guess I don't have any issue with
yeah.
waiting to make a decision, we talked about it probably a dozen times since I've been here, so.
And I'd like to see what, if we can get a hold of Mike and just kinda, get an outline of his transition and how he drew that out for other counties and just kinda see how much that would affect us and help us, get through that transition. I think that would be very helpful.
Yep.
I do too.
We'll do that, visit with department heads and go forward from there. Okay, well, we'll take no action on that today then.
Thank you, everybody,
Yep,
for
thanks
coming.
for coming. And we've got the handbook next.
We do, and I presented a copy to you. I am on jury duty, so I have to
Okay.
go upstairs in
Good for you.
4 minutes. So if
Okay,
you can get through it in 3.5 minutes.
Geez, Donna, thanks for the time.
I know. Well, everybody's leaving anyway. Look, it just draws a crowd.
Ah, I tried to yell it before everybody left.
I didn't see any copy.
Did you lay one on
I
your
sent
desk?
it on one share to you.
What the heck?
None of you got one share?
I guess
You have to enlighten me on what one share is.
I don't even know what that is.
That'd be through Microsoft.
It should have come through your email
It should
though.
come, it's
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did get the email,
Yeah.
but I didn't understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, you got the email,
Yeah.
and there was a link.
yep.
I don't know. if
It's
you-
right here, open, yes.
Okay, well,
Where is mine?
That's easy.
oh, and I've also
It
sent
was
it
last
to,
week, I think.
Allers and Cooney, I have not heard
Go
back
just
from
type
them.
in Donna's name right there. Deal.
Yeah, and I said if you needed a printed copy, I'd make one. I've got one, if somebody wants to, it's not the full view, but
Handbook?
like I said, I need to run
Oh, that's been too
upstairs.
far back.
And then I'm gonna preface next week I'm on
Let me send it
vacation.
to
Can you resend it
I
to me?
can send it to
I
you.
can resend it.
I can send it.
Sammy's gonna send it to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just get that in the folder. That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
You want it in a folder?
If we can put it in our board folder, that would be,
Yep, I can do that. Hold on.
Happy jury duty.
yeah, have fun.
That's why Todd said he wasn't here, he just said, I'm not gonna be here. And I'm like, neither am I.
Let me know if you can text me that you're not coming out this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, this afternoon, I'll just see, yeah, what happens.
So we're tabling the handbook?
No, we're getting to it.
Yeah, good.
If we don't have final approval from our attorney, I don't know that we should take
That's why I'm
action
here.
today if we want to discuss it, whatever,
Oh, I gotta go through all this authenticating thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
but lovely security, that's why.
I've already got it, so I don't know why it's telling me to set it up again.
Yeah, I've done that before, but I'm not going through the whole
The
process
QR code
right
says
now.
no usable data found, so I can't do it.
I've got Microsoft, I think. Already set up.
I'd
Where
say
do
just-
you want me to save it?
Probably just put it in our August 5th,
Okay,
just right under the packet or whatever.
okay.
And then, once you got it there, just let us know, and we can refresh our folders,
Okay.
and then we can all have it.
Okay.
Do you know, was Mark coming in today, Roger?
He was messaged me that he's helping a stranded motorist, so I don't think he's gonna
Oh.
make it.
Okay,
He's,
we can always do it next week, that's fine.
otherwise
Or we
yeah,
just give him the.
Or just give him the certificate.
I can take it on his behalf if you wanna do it, but
That's,
I don't know if
that's
he's gonna
fine
make it or
too.
not.
Well, we could give you the certificate and if he wants to come back next week or whatever, we can.
Or do you wanna just have him come next week?
Let's
Let's
try
try that.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
Let's
work,
do that.
that'll work.
Alrighty.
You leave it too?
Yeah.
We're doing handbooks or not?
Are we already doing
We're
it?
working on it, we're.
Trying to access it.
Where's everybody at?
And the ordinance.
Okay, mine's doing something funny.
That agreement for Fairfield County, do you want me to get that scanned in?
You're fine.
Did I put that here? No. Where did I put that? Right here. You could, yeah, that'd be alright.
Kenny, Donna sent us an email saying something about signing up for the biometrics, how do we have to do that?
Just call her or email her.
Could just call Donna,
Oh.
but wasn't there times to pick or something?
Yeah, I think when you call her, she will
Okay.
tell you what's open or email her. So this is different than what I'm used to. So.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm getting there.
Just forwarded an email to everybody. Or waiting
Reading material.
material on the way.
Well, that's the one we got yesterday.
Conference either.
Carter's got it.
Oh. Yep.
And it's kinda just while we're sitting here, I still haven't received anything from Isaac
So weird.
I know.
I haven't even, they said I unsubscribed.
Yeah,
I
I know, I saw that
I'm like,
too.
I don't ever remember unsubscribing to
I
Isaac.
know.
Yeah, I saw that, I was gonna.
Well, I don't know what I got.
Like it's a spam email or something.
I got
I
the ones
know.
where they were talking about reports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
It's not sitting in your junk, is it?
Well, good question. No. My junk's empty.
okay, it should be in the folders now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, Amber, and I saw Derek responded too.
Oh, I get those. I get the legislative stuff, but I just don't get anything else.
Same,
And I don't know
same.
if they send anything else. I think you have to, like, for the meetings, I have to go to the ISAC website and check the calendar of what's coming up. Is that what you mean, or?
I've seen updates
I
on
think
that.
they're left, but they can't.
They have ISAC updates, yes.
What's the matter?
But,
But I thought they,
Amber said she's still not getting any emails from ISAC, but I haven't really gotten a lot either, except for the legislative updates. So remember we had that feed going on,
yeah.
just wanted to
Okay,
make
so am I
sure.
trying to find an email for somebody then?
well, no, I don't think this is, oh, were you talking,
Well, we've, yeah,
I
we've all got the handbook now,
I think so.
I think so.
Yep.
Yes, I got the handbook.
Okay. Now, we had, or go, were you gonna say something?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, we had made it up through section 2.
There may have been other changes.
But there may, that's what I was about to
I
say,
mean,
so how do we wanna walk through the handbook? Do you just wanna read it cover to cover a little bit at a time, or how are we, what are we
If there's
aiming
not
to
much
accomplish
For
here?
the purposes of today, especially without having attorney's blessing on it, I would say we should skip it for today, keep moving and review it between now and next week, but I guess it's up to you guys as well, but that'd be my opinion. Just keep moving.
Has the attorney seen it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
It
been
was
sent to her a week or, I don't know how long
Hasn't
ago,
heard
but.
back.
Oh, we haven't heard back.
Yeah, she
Oh,
said she
oh,
hasn't heard
okay.
back, so.
Okay. Well, cause
But
we,
this is kind of, so for an update, this is kind of
that,
where we think we want it.
this
This
is,
is after department heads went through it and looked at everything.
we kinda got a final version in your minds of what you want the handbook to look like,
Yes,
in a sense?
We spent a lot of hours.
yes.
Okay, appreciate you doing that,
Yeah.
that needed to be
We went
done,
through
so.
it page by page.
Yes, we
Okay.
did.
Oh, very good,
Well, I think we should all be, take time to sit down and actually read it.
right, I'm not gonna be able to read it page by page in the board room here, so.
And,
We got enough
since we
time
just
for
have it
that.
right now, I say we read it and maybe, I mean, I'd have no problem with it on next week if anybody else does or not.
Yeah.
Well, for wait, yeah.
So is there, do you still have problems with part of it, or you're all in agreement?
But there's a lot there, I mean, to prove something you haven't read is,
Yeah,
That's not my question, I'm not talking about whether we're approving anything, I just wanna know now, I don't wanna meet again next week and then have somebody say, no, I don't like
it was
this.
all approved by the department
Yeah.
heads.
Yep,
Okay,
Okay, that's fine.
That's good to know.
very good,
Mhm.
thanks for working together on that.
Right, Tammy? I mean,
yes,
almost-
correct. No, you're right.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the attorney.
Yeah, yeah, that's all we
Okay.
were waiting
Oh,
for.
okay.
yeah.
Well, and we put it on the agenda today, what, a month ago or a month and a half ago, as a goal for meeting and having some type of a draft, by now.
Well, we got our draft.
So
done,
we got that, so
works.
appreciate it, and,
Yep,
yeah, we'll wait for the attorney's response, take a week so the board can read it,
Yeah.
and,
Just follow up with Ann and Mike and see if they've gotten a chance to review it and let them know that we'll talk about it next week.
yep. So, sounds good, we won't take action on that today then,
Alright,
thanks guys. Okay, Doug, we're up to you, construction within the right of way.
There are no requests for construction right away today.
Okay. Then discussion,
Yes, for construction, all the resurfacing now has been completed. Shouldering is being worked on B63 shouldering is completed, B55 shouldering is completed, and on P30, they have a little bit more work to shoulder. We are out there completing entrances and road intersections, the road department is. On all the projects, traffic marking remains. For the bridge project north of Sexton, they have the whole substructure completed, constructed now. Now they are preparing their own false work, getting ready to form the deck for a pour. We are interviewing people at the engineer's office, scheduling and interviewing, and for the Algona shop. Working on the annual report for the secondary road department, that will be coming to the board of supervisors for review the next couple of weeks. Traffic marking, I believe they've gotten on the south half of the county. They have the traffic marking completed. Road spraying, they're spraying brush in the northern third of the county. And then lease on farms, the Kossuth County Secondary Road Department has gravel pits throughout Kossuth County, Palo Alto County, and Hancock County. We have leases, agricultural leases with them. I've included in your folder the locations of those gravel pits that we have leases on. Those leases, that's an older map, it's just for location only. There's also a table showing who the tenants are and what kind of rent they pay. If the board desires to get anything completed on changing of those leases, we need to notify the leasors, people that are leasing, by my understanding is September 1. So, yeah, I am asking the board, do you want to discuss all those leases, terminate them all, and discuss them over the next 6 months, figure out if we want to renew them or keep, we did that the last time, or do you want to just renew the leases as they stand today?
Recommendation?
Yes, I'd like a recommendation, and if you
I was
like.
asking you.
Oh, my recommendation? I'm sorry. I thought that was a question, Howard, not a statement, so.
That was a question.
I would recommend, I think it's fair that what we have there, we have good leasers. There's a Hutchins pit, we need to get that lease advertised, there's a lot of interest in that. And right now, we were talking with Cody Dornbeer about possibly sharing some expenses to make some improvements, but I think there's enough interest in that we should just advertise it and ask what people would pay us for pasture on that. And with some understanding that they'd be responsible to have fences there.
I take it, since they're all gravel pits, running out of water is a problem with most of it, or? is it-
They're dry, some of them have irrigation points in them. Dahlhauser has irrigation, and then the Zinnel pit over in Palo Alto has irrigation, which the tenants own all the irrigation equipment, generators, whatever else, so they have an investment in a lot of that.
I don't know what you guys have done, or what the board has done in the past, but I would think, not that I don't wanna be involved, but I would think if you've got this one where you think it's gonna bear advertising, and maybe you can, tell you to do them all, that way, not necessarily cancel them all, but if you think there's demand, is somebody gonna complain that if we don't break the lease, or, yes?
People will complain no matter what your decision is, it seems like, yes, if you keep them, there'll be somebody that complains. complains, if you do not keep them, there'll be others that complain, so.
So the county, I know this isn't the county farm, I
Correct.
understand that. What do you do for the county farm, every so many years?
3, isn't it?
I don't know, I wouldn't have any issue advertising them all again.
Would you want to go ahead and do it like what we did the last time then, at least bring, for example, Dahlhauser, with that, go over what they have invested in that. They're, like I say, when you have an irrigation system, when you rely, this year, the irrigation system is probably not needed. When you rely on an irrigation system, it's something that needs to be discussed.
Yeah, I think the conversations we had the last time were good.
Is that what the board would like?
When was the quote the last time?
That's what I was trying to.
Pardon me?
When was the last time?
3 years ago.
Okay. Are they 3-year leases?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Okay. That's why I couldn't remember if we'd discussed this at all since I've been on the board or not.
Probably would've
I think
been
it was,
full.
I think I maybe was sitting in on it, but
So, not obviously, but like in the case of the irrigation equipment, the people installed it years ago or recently or at the start of the 3-year period or
They've been farming it for many years.
many years?
The Hagans and the Dahlhausers have been farming that farm more than what Hagans have.
quite a while.
I guess the 3-year leases, do it all over again, I guess, that'd be my opinion.
Right now, we don't have 3-year,
The lease the term of the lease is coming up.
But they
Oh,
were
okay.
3-year leases.
They were
It was a
3-year.
3-year
oh,
lease.
oh, okay.
And if you are, the time to take care of that is by September 1.
Yeah.
Time is slipped away.
According to
Right.
state
Right,
law.
I'd say there,
Right.
well, yeah, I'd say there probably isn't time to do a good job of it.
Before September
You'd
1.
have to advertise and get people.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
You can send notice right away.
you get your notice out
Already
to
August
make sure
5th,
you're
yeah.
following.
Oh, but if you got the notice out, you'd have until, well, no, if you have the notice out, you could have until October, or not affect what they're doing.
Yeah, for notice to terminate, but yeah.
The lease would actually be active until March 1st, right? Is that correct?
Right,
Correct.
right.
My
Yeah,
understanding.
you have till the spring.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have time to do it right and have those conversations again.
Have you done it every 3 years, as long as you've been around?
As far as the lease, but sometimes we just renew them. Just renew them the way they are.
Okay.
We have done that for a number of,
So in case I wasn't listening real well, your recommendation is to just
to
renew?
just renew them the way they are written. The last time we went through it all, we didn't change anything. The only exception would be for that Hutchins pit, which right now we do not have a lease for. But there have been quite a few people that have expressed interest in that, so I think if we advertise that, we would get a renter back in there.
Well, I imagine for some of them, yeah, we're gonna get the same people coming back and wanting to do the same thing. I mean, is there certain ones that, like you're saying with the Hutchins pit, should we just review certain leases within that, or
We certainly can.
rather than them all, or maybe, or do you need to do them all to be fair to everybody, or?
Well, are you looking at Hancock County?
which complaints you wanna.
Well, I know,
Hancock, if you look at the Hancock County map, Montague one in the, northwest, there's, the gravel has been mined out of that. We have, I don't know if it's 3/4 of an acre that is tillable, and really what should be done there is it should be sold, in a manner that it would go back to the Montague family who are farming it right now. The Montague 2 pit, Jeff Nielsen is currently farming it. I believe, we gotta do a little bit of looking, but I believe that it's exhausted. There's no more gravel in that. So if it's exhausted, we should, we do have deed to that piece of property. We should probably, try to sell that. The Hutchins pit, there is gravel still in that. There is no renter, this, again, don't, even though it shows a renter. But we need to get we need to advertise that, and see who will, give us the most money. If you look at Palo Alto County, we have a cylinder pit, kind of on the north end there. It has had some row crops on it, mainly hay, and that tenant knows the process. The one thing with that pit right there, it's active, and the area changes every time we go in there to crush. The Zinnel pit to the south, the whole quarter section, the Hagens farm that. They have investment in a pit for irrigation. They are an irrigation system, including generators, the irrigation system, a shallow point well that they use. And then Blackwind is a pit, gravel, we still have gravel in there, they hay that, and we do have a tenant in there, which is David Blackwind. And then McGuire Pit, the renter's Matt Dornbeer, we have a good relationship with Matt, we have a good relationship with all our tenants. And that's an active gravel pit, which will change everything. And then the Rothler, or Josh Rothler has the tillable acres in the Irvington pit. This does not show that very well, but the tillable acres are right down in here. We're getting good rent for that as well. Josh is a good tenant there. And then we got the O'Rourke pit, which is down by Redding's gravel. It is active, it does have gravel in it. And we rent that to Rothler Farms, and I would recommend them to keep that the same. And then the Dahlhauser pit, there's gravel underneath of there. A lot of, it's not as coarse as what we would like, but someday we may end up mixing in some coarser aggregate. And Dahlhausers have been leasing this for many, many years, and they use the gravel pits for their irrigation system. They actually have water that is pumped across that underneath of there to go to their east farms. They're the adjacent farmers. And I would recommend that that would stay the same as well. So everything that we have under lease, I would like to keep it that way. With the exception of Hutchins, and then McNeese or Montague there, I'd like to get rid of that and ideally sell it to the adjacent landowner.
well, and when you're looking at infrastructure that's been put in by the tenant, such as irrigation system
And that has all been
Whatever
done
else
in the
that-
past with agreements with the board of supervisors.
right, I'm just saying that's a lot of transition work to get somebody else in there too, but not that you can't, but if they're doing a good job, I don't know, and you're getting fair rent for it. Yeah, I guess what does the board wanna do?
have no strong opinion.
Yeah,
either way.
I don't either.
Fine, leave it, as it is, except with the changes he said, so.
Advertise Hutchins and work towards selling those other two, and
Yep.
that'd be progress, so.
Okay,
So in Hutchins with the, you have the tenant put up a fence, basically you're talking about temp or,
it's always been an electric fence, it's not really a permanent. Start talking about permanent fencing and then you start talking about fencing laws and
yeah,
I don't know how much interest there is for the neighbors to contribute to that, so.
but they don't have any choice.
Well, yeah, but it kind of puts you in a
Been there, done that.
an uncomfortable situation, depends on what you want to do that one, so. All right. Then also, there is a, notice of a funding opportunity from the federal government, it's called the Bridge Investment Program. And it came out, notification is coming out, I'm completing a request to include a couple of bridges from Kossuth County in that grant. One of them would be right west and south of the Michelson Marsh Bridge that is programmed. Both of these bridges are already in our program, and the other one is on the north end of the Union Slough, we call the Antone Blacktop, I believe it's 838. We have that, both of those programmed. If we get them in there and they are accepted, it'd be an alternate funding for that, freeing up some federal bridge money that we were planning on using. So that would be a good opportunity, we'll see how it all goes. We had our comprehensive plan meeting with Kossuth Waste Management Association. We got the transfer station permit renewal, which I will work on. Receive some more information for self-insurance, we'll get all those reports completed. So that's kind of what we are working on in secondary roads in the engineer's office.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, we will move on to drainage. Anybody need a break for drainage, or you good?
Steve, hold on.
Okay, just checking. Okay, we'll go on to setting the bid letting date and time for Lusher Idell Saturated Buffer Project. Is that you, Tyler?
Yes,
Okay.
yep, brought, some plans here for that, just some, little example ones. I believe I've been up here giving a heads up that things like this were coming. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, just kinda, a couple of them there.
This is something we had before.
What's that?
This is something
It,
we,
it is something I know I've talked about before. I'm planning on just leaving all of these sets up here, for anybody, and I can certainly get copies too for anybody. This is one of the, Idell's water quality projects that, as part of their, agreements with the county, asking the county to essentially, manage or vet some of the paperwork before it goes to Idell's for their approvals and turnaround. This one in particular is at the outlet of Drainage District number 81. There has been for years some interest from the landowners there for either a CREP wetland or some sort of water quality initiative. This is the application that fits that situation the best, in that it's a saturated buffer. So the plan would be to install control structures that would be below the outlet for the district and run perforated lines along the drainage ditch, or not a drainage ditch, it's just a natural creek there, and allow that water to then seep out of those perforated lines through the banks of the channel, in essence treating the water that way. This is, again, because it's an Idell's project, there is no expectation of payment from the district of any kind. and there is no expectation of, payment from the county for reimbursement from IDLs. All the money will be from IDLs forward. So, there's, really the ask here from IDLs, and this is one of the, I think one of the first ones through on that 28E agreement is, like I said, just the vetting of the process. The being familiar with the drainage district process, the bidding procedures, pay applications. IDLs has essentially asked for assistance in really just those, that use of expertise.
The management.
Right, exactly. This does not impact any, as I said, everything is below what the existing system is. So, it draws the low flows down out of that system. Anything that's above that flows just as it.
It's below the outlet.
Yes, yeah, the drawdown structures and the control structures for the saturated buffers take only those low flows, the consistent.
You told us that before, and there's never an instance where it will impede the water.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
Cause the other facility is kept intact, it just pulls off the side, right?
Exactly, yep. It just draws off the,
Yeah,
If there's an abundance of water, it just goes over the top. If there's just a low
continues on.
flow,
Yep.
think of it like if the tile was here and you just cut a hole in the bottom of it, all the water just goes out and then down those lines. Anything more that can't, if it's going fast enough that it can't drop down into that hole,
Right.
it just keeps right on going.
Oh, they're pretty neat, and I think they're supposed to eliminate up to 90% of the nitrogen
And the big
going
thing,
into the
as
stream.
long as there's a low flow.
right, that's the thing.
No, it depends on flow, but still, that's their figures, is anywhere up to 90%.
The low flows, it's that consistent trickle that, that's the interest in capturing. That's where the bulk of that, nitrate is located. So, that's this one. Just for reference, it is on the front page, it shows, this is just a little ways north of Algona, north and east, just a little bit of the
On the
actual.
way up to the transfer station, it's about a mile north of the corner where you turn to go north to the transfer station on the west side.
Do we have a date and time in mind, or what would work?
That, I don't know, Tammy, if you and I had ever discussed
No.
a potential date and time.
Not that I remember.
I think typically it's good to give these 3 weeks for the advertisement for biddings. This goes out on Quest. It would also be broadcast to contractors that we've worked with before or that are on our lists for that. I would think maybe either September 2nd or maybe even the 9th for openings. And then, per the normal, though this isn't drainage district, it would still be my recommendation to have the award 1 week and then the consideration, following week, so that there's time for everyone to check the numbers, get contractor references, feel good about what the award would be.
Either date works.
What's that?
Either date works.
Either date works, great.
So with that in mind, I don't know if it would be maybe the best to open the 2nd and consider the 9th, if both of those dates are open.
Works for me,
Okay, 2nd and 9th.
I'll make that motion. What
Motion.
time you want? Like 8:05 right away, or 9 or 10?
10 o'clock, I
Let's do
don't
10.
know.
That's fine.
At 10 AM.
Sounds like we're one of the first ones on the agenda that day, so. Or if it's I don't know if there's any conflicts.
Well, so we're not waiting around, why don't we do 9 AM?
9.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine with me too.
Just in case there's not a whole lot. And if there is, that's fine. It shouldn't take too long. either way.
No,
So,
open them and read them and
yep.
be done, so.
Okay, we got a motion by Stecker for second and the 9th, both at 9 AM. Okay, second by Garmin. Discussion on the dates and times. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That
Second
copy there
that,
too.
sorry.
Amber.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank
And
you.
then will you
Thanks,
talk to
Tyler.
Jennifer and I about how this process works?
Yes,
Yeah, who does all the notification and stuff, okay,
yes, yeah, we'll be in touch on that.
thank you.
Okay. Then we have discussion decision to approve change order number 1 for DD 4 lat 40.
Okay.
And that's to.
As I say, I
remove
can answer any questions on that anyone has, but for a rundown on that, that is taking into account the leaving of the existing lateral 40 for additional capacities. That line has been found to be in pretty upstanding shape for being 100 years old. It does provide additional relief capacity. It's above the line, so the relief capacity it provides won't be pressurized because everything is gonna be in the lower before it, so it should even help its age. And so that the change order is to leave that and at the same time take out the item for crushing that line in place. So it's, as one goes up to make the cross connections, the contract subsequently also comes down because we're not crushing that pipe in place anymore. I anticipate them to about be a wash by the,
It looked like only one cross connection.
one so far. We're just putting those in and then we'll use that item as we go. So the change order represents maybe at this point more of a savings than it truly will be. There'll be probably about a 10 to 12 of those cross connections by the time we're done. So that is that change order.
Very good.
Motion to
There's motion to,
approve.
okay, motion by Stecker to approve. Need a second? Second by Haas. Any discussion on the change order? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. And then we have another, let's see, we have a pay app number 3 for DD 4 lat 40.
And then just as an update on that, was up there just at the end of last week. There was some rains on the other lateral that had caused some concerns, but while I was up there, looked at lateral 40, the portions that's Reitzel's doing that pertain to this, really couldn't be happier with it. It's going very, very well. And I anticipate it actually wrapping up here shortly. I'd say we're probably gonna be into September, but, going very, very well.
Good.
So,
I should probably know, but how many pay, so this is number 3?
this is 3.
How many are there?
Typically they're monthly and then you have a semi-final, which would be
Okay.
everything except the retainage, and then a final, which would be the retainage.
I was gonna say,
That's the simplest way to
as
say it.
many as it takes, but I would, with how we're going, I would anticipate,
I got my
6.
education. I got my education.
right,
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, typically monthly or as needed.
Need a motion for
Motion
that?
to approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Stecker to approve.
So to insult your intelligence, I apologize. The cleanup and everything is gonna be adequate, we're not gonna revisit that.
that was one of the things that I was looking at, and that's why I say I'm very happy.
Okay.
And with as much, just to that, there is no visible rock piles or anything of that nature, and with as much water as the area we have gotten,
It should have washed out.
well, it's the line that they've gone through and have everything, it's boned right, it's like a highway down through. I mean, not as far as like, there's some cleanup work yet to be done, bust it back up, but it's very easily traversed through there, which I think speaks volumes towards what this is doing. So I'm very, very happy with that portion and the performance there.
So we have a motion, so if we wanna discuss further, need a second?
Oh, I'll second.
Okay, second by Garmin.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry about
No, you're good, you're good.
technicalities.
My apologies.
No, you're good, Tyler. So, any further discussion, or do we get that out of the way in between the motion and second? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, looks like I got plenty to sign
You
today.
have a lot to sign.
That's it from me.
Alright,
We do have.
we got
do have the
agreement with Faribault County.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could stay for that
You
too.
wanna,
Tyler's obviously aware of it, I did give a quick highlight last week, it is in a scanned email that everyone can take a peek at if you want right now, but, in general, I think it's pretty clean and simple from the last time we had, but yeah, Tyler, I don't know if you got any.
Just as simply as I can put it, I think between the two systems, between the two state systems for how drainage districts are handled, which are very similar but distinctly different in key ways, to have this in writing on how things are going to be handled for maintenance, of that system, it's the best and fairest solution that could be reached between those two. The values that are in there for proposed split per state is done based on the calculations that we would have done for any Iowa project. So it's not based on a viewer system or anything outside of the math and calculations. So actually for the across the aisle to be amenable to that, I think is very very honorable and something that is worth very strongly considering for those agreements.
Yeah. So for an Iowa landowner, they would have the exact same bill as if the district was entirely in Iowa based on this classification schedule. So, I mean, there shouldn't be any complaints from anyone on our side of the board that they're not paying enough or whatever, because it's the exact same calculations we would have ran for something entirely in Iowa, and I think that's huge. Yeah.
Yep.
Any questions or anything that hasn't been answered?
So how much did that vary from their standard way of doing things? I don't know why I care, but.
Well, and here's how I understand it, is that it varies now in the fact that those lines did not originally have any sort of split distinction before. There was something that managed the ditch, but nothing that specifically pertained to these lines that are having work done on them. And how it would have compared to a way that Minnesota would have done it is that they assign professional viewers to the ground, and it's my understanding that those viewers operate a lot more similarly to how Iowa districts were classified when they were originally established. So it's based more on observations of wetness and I don't wanna say a more of a feeling of benefit than something that's
Scientific.
Mathematical equation.
less subjective.
Yeah,
And they, with this agreement, we would have a total bill split it by that percentage, they can do whatever they want with their dollars, they just have to come up with their total dollars, so that it doesn't change their system at all, it just puts our split, or our process, providing the split on the front end of the total bill, so.
Right,
Our-
they'll
our
still
bill will
assess
be the
to
same.
their landowners how they see fit,
Yep,
as will Iowa. It was just our system was used for that, like Kyle said, that first crack.
the total bill gets split by our numbers and then it gets divvied up by each side by their normal process.
Well, it's been a long time coming, so
Mhm.
it's
It
nice to have it
Yep,
done, and seemed easy to work with.
yeah, and then the follow-up to this would be that CD 41 lateral 162 tile that comes up into 129. They can go ahead and do the repairs on the portion of that system in Minnesota, and which then will give us the outlet to tie into with repairs on the Iowa side, so this is the agreement backbone to finally getting some progress in actual construction up there, which has probably been 10 plus years in the making.
I was gonna say, you wanna talk a long time coming.
Yeah.
That-
Long time coming, and of course, this year again had more water issues up there, so it's definitely needed and will be, beneficial to all the landowners in that area very quickly, it's just, gotta get the fundamentals ironed out before we write a sizable check, so yeah, I guess if there's no questions, I'll make a motion to approve the agreement
Okay,
for CD 41 and 129.
yep. Okay, we got a motion by Stecker, second by Haas. Further discussion on the agreement? Hearing none, all in favor of approving, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Do you
Thanks,
have
Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler. Do you have you have one? Okay,
Yep,
you
I
He's
got
can
a
sign.
copy.
Carter's got the original,
Yeah,
so that
do
has
you-
their signatures
Okay.
already.
Yep.
And
Do you
have you
want,
signed it?
no. Now I can.
Yeah,
Another thing to sign?
yeah, and then I can make copies for us.
See everyone a little later.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yep,
Tyler.
thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
We should be, Tyler, we should be done, I mean, we just have repair requests and discussion with board and auditor, so we
Okay,
should.
I was just gonna run back up to the office and load the side by side. And
Yeah,
be-
that'll work.
You just wanna give me a call when you're heading out.
Yep,
Thank you.
Thank you, the top up here.
I think I have to notarize it.
Okay,
Oh, look.
we have drainage repair requests.
Okay.
Does Jennifer have some requests for us?
Yes. So has everybody here met Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay, okay, Howard, have you met Jennifer? Okay, Howard has, he's at the end, this is Jennifer Lopes, our new drainage clerk. So, you've met
Picked
Amber,
up on that.
Kyle, have you officially met Jennifer?
I've seen her in the office, I don't
Yeah.
know, we talked a lot, yeah, but,
Kyle
yeah.
Stecker, Jennifer Lopes, Josh?
Nope.
Josh Wachter, Jennifer, and Carter,
We have
run
met,
in the
yeah.
office, so, yeah. Okay, so, this one can go to Amber,
Okay,
and this one can go to Kyle.
alright.
You'll give it to them, then they'll discuss them, and then they'll sign them.
There you go, there you
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good.
Go ahead, Amber.
Okay, number 55, it's drainage district 179, it's in section 7 of Buffalo Township. It's actually already been fixed. Reitzels were there doing something else, and discovered that, and so it's been fixed, so, but it's in the northeast quarter, so it's actually been handled.
Kyle, you go ahead.
Yep, I had 56, it's in EK4, up in Eagle, section 18, couple tile breaks for Mike Wallstead.
Very good. Just need a motion for supervisors to handle their requests.
So moved.
Motion by Wactor, second by Haas. Any discussion on repair requests? Hearing none, all in favor of approving, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Jennifer, any questions for us or things you wanted to discuss?
Not that I know of at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of
Sounds
She
good.
probably has a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Maybe next week.
maybe next week.
Do you wanna fill out the request for
So we
that?
can't
It's hard to
do it, right?
read,
Oh, yeah, Melissa showed that
It's
to me, we probably
double.
should get a different,
it's
a
the,
new printout of that. 'cause
yeah,
that's-
her copy was like that too. Melissa's, this is a copy,
Yeah.
so
we
hers
should
was like
probably-
that too.
We should probably
That's-
have them send another one, cause that's impossible to read. I
Okay,
looked at that for about 5 seconds.
I know
and
that.
it-
yeah,
Anything for Jennifer?
no.
Good, okay. Thank you. Then yeah, discussion with the county auditor.
Okay, reminder, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, you have the countywide breakfast in Whittemore, 8 to 10, so don't forget about that. Next week's agenda, at 8 o'clock, we have discussion, decision, public hearing on proposed private crossing. And then at 9 o'clock, we have, discussion with Maria Brownell on our solar ordinance.
Okay.
And so far, that's all I have, except for our regular stuff. And that's all I have.
Okay. Board discussion, Howard?
I don't think so.
He's thinking, okay.
I did not have any meetings, I was just gonna ask if, so depending on things today, Kyle, I probably can't really meet after we go out there. So do you think you could just email it to me, so while I'm gone, I can look it over and then, cause I'm gonna have a free day tomorrow, then I could ask you some questions, you know, if I have any questions, cause I'm bringing my work with me.
Are you planning to go up there too, or not?
Yeah, I am gonna go, so far I haven't heard anything, so I'm going.
Okay, we can talk either at or during that and come up with a plan for how to go over that.
Yeah, so, yeah, cause I'd like to be able to look at it tomorrow while I'm gone and in peace, cause I'll be in peace and not have any distractions, so.
Sounds like a peaceful activity.
Thursday, Friday, not so much, but tomorrow I'll get a little peace, so I really wanna work on that compared to just stuff I'm putting together, so.
Okay. Kyle?
I don't think I had any meetings, but, in regards to the discussion about that spreadsheet being a public record, I did talk to Todd after the meeting last week, and seems there's a lot of, several main pieces of information that he was not aware of with that, so, I guess I just wanted to make a little bit of a statement about that, it's not quite as black and white in that as it was presented. But I have discussed with Carter, or gone over the spreadsheet with Carter and Howard, have both looked at it already, talked through the information that's in there, the mechanics behind it, so, as I said, that offer was open to anyone previously.
Well, I had it set up with you last Tuesday and you didn't come, so, I mean, that's not really fair to me, so, I mean,
I think that's all I have.
Josh?
Yeah, I did, go to the, Waste Management Association meeting. Wasn't a whole lot of issues discussed. We, did go through,
Comprehensive plan.
yeah, the comprehensive plan, it was presented by, I say her name was Erin, I can't remember what her last name was, but, just kinda discuss some of the survey that they did. She was pretty pleased with the fact that we had 100%, involvement in that, and they don't see that very often. so they were pretty pleased with that, and that helps with the comprehensive plan, and, we, set up, so part of it is you have to establish a plan moving forward, what your priorities are, and we kinda set those things up, and she's gonna go back and write that up, and then we'll see it, I can't remember. I've written down when they usually bring it back to, where's that? Oh, it's due by January 1st, so they'll get it back to us, I think she said sometime in October for reviewing it and getting a final, draft and getting it approved, so. That'll look pretty smooth, so.
Pretty good.
Other than that, we did see emails about that meeting today,
Yeah, oh yeah.
cause that's still,
That's
still
still
planning
on.
on, okay, even though Tad's not gonna be able to be there.
They
I
are,
think they're probably gonna try and make arrangements, they were just quite a ways away, but, yeah, they're
Okay.
gonna try, so.
There must've been some other email traffic that I wasn't
phone
on, or,
calls.
No, I just saw it on the agenda, so I just made an assumption, so.
okay,
Yeah, I wasn't a part of a lot of it, so it was kind of hit and miss.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the middle of a lot of that stuff, and it was unfortunate that Tammy wasn't included in the original email from Tad, but then it was trying to communicate with Koroskowski's as well, because they were not included in the communication either, so, they have conflicts next week, so instead of postponing it another week, so one can make it and then the next one can't, we're
Yep.
keeping it as it was discussed in the boardroom,
yep, okay.
so.
That's all I have.
Alright, I had no meetings, please see the email about, well, I think you just forwarded Kyle, the summit, Carbon Solutions, I'd received that too. And the ruling from the 8th Circuit, and it's not favorable to our plight, so,
Did you send that to me, Carter?
I didn't send it to anybody,
Oh,
but
okay.
I just got it from the attorney.
I'm not
sure if you sent it to her.
I'm not sure, let me send that to you. I've got, yeah,
Yep.
I just sent it to the supervisor.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So just be aware of that if you get questions from landowners. And then I'm waiting on a quote from CIT for steam lining out of McAllisburg, and to have a competitive bid or quote for, along with this sewers, so. Yep, that's about it, I had no other meetings. So, anything else? Otherwise, we're not gonna adjourn, no, we're not.
You
So-
gotta finish, and you gotta finish signing it.
And we gotta
Everybody
finish
has
signing all these, so don't go too far.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
one. And this one you missed, Carter, so
Oh, okay. What do we got you, keep me in line?
I don't know about that, but
Okay. August 5th. Please send.
sometimes they do this, sometimes.
Gosh.